Hi everyone, welcome to this market analysis video. I'm Sara from HelloIranTV and I'm joined here today with analyst Alessio Rastani. Hi Alessio, how are you today?
Hey, Sarah. Thanks for having me on. Yeah, good to be here.
What are you going to talk about today?
Yeah, I thought I'd talk about stock markets. Obviously, it's very important because what happens in the stock markets can have an important impact on other charts, like, for example, Bitcoin and other key markets. So really important to pay attention to what's happening in the stock markets.
Excellent. I'm looking forward to it. And are there any charts that we are going to look at?
Charts, yeah, there's a number of charts I want to take a look at here. Specifically, I want to focus on the levels of fear in the market as well, greed and fear as well. Those are some of the things I want to talk about.
Sounds good. Okay, everyone, join us. All right, guys, welcome back. Alessio, what is happening in the stock markets today?
Well, actually, before we go into the stock markets, I think it's important to, first of all, maybe just introduce you for people who don't know you. You're Sara you run the channel HelloIranTV, which, by the way, guys, do check it out. Fantastic channel on Iran. You cover all the things people don't know about the country, Iran, and also Tehran. How's the weather right now in Tehran, in Iran?
Actually, it is so hot, and unfortunately, we had a very hot summer.
Yeah, I can imagine. I saw a video of you. By the way, guys, if you haven't seen this video, I'll put it in the link later in the descriptions to go and see it. You were showing, you went to some restaurant, I think, in Iran, in Tehran, and you were eating.
Yeah.
And I have to say, I really enjoyed that kebab. Well, I was enjoying watching you eat it because it seemed like you were going at it, man. You're like, it's like that chili kebab must be good.
Yes, that's true, and it was delicious. By the way, I thought you were vegan.
Yeah, I am. I didn't want to announce it. Obviously, I didn't want anyone to know. But
Okay.
yeah, I've been a vegan now.
How long have you been?
I've been a vegan now for a couple of years. As a matter of fact, the last time I ate meat was probably my trip in 2021 to Iran.
Did something happen to you, Alessio, in Iran 2 years ago that you gave up meat?
Yeah, it's mostly your cooking. So I wasn't. No, I was kidding. Obviously, you're very good. Your cooking is excellent. It was a personal decision I made.
Thank you.
Don't want to go into it in this video. By the way, I should add that people think that when you're a vegan that you don't desire meat. Actually, it's not true. Most vegans like me, we still desire meat, like when you were eating kebab. It's just that we decide. I mean, I decided not to.
Okay, great. So what is your first chart and what do you think about the stock markets right now?
Yeah, so about a couple of weeks ago, I think it was, actually beginning of August, I think it was the start of August, I put out a video. I don't know if you saw it, Sara, but essentially I discussed that the levels of optimism, the levels of greed, there's a chart of dumb money. I showed a chart of dumb money index or dumb money sentiment. And basically a lot of average folks, average people becoming extremely confident, too confident and over-optimistic, over-bullish and greedy on the markets, because it showed that the chart showed the sentiment went over 100 on that chart. Okay. And usually when that happens, in fact, whenever it's happened in the past, I think it's happened in 2021 as well. Usually there's a correction. There's at least a 3% drop in the markets. In fact, in my video last time, some weeks ago at the beginning of August, I mentioned that there's a strong warning and probability of a drop and a correction in the markets coming in the coming weeks.
Yes, let's watch a short clip of your video in early August.
Again, given the extreme in sentiment reading that I'm seeing right now on this chart, I think the odds are for at least a 3% minimum pullback. So that's what I'm looking for. I think a 3% minimum pullback or about that is quite probable, quite likely.
Yeah, so as I said there, I was expecting a minimum 3% drop in the markets, and there was a strong probability of a potential correction. And we've seen the market drop by at least 3% in the S&P. So most markets have actually done exactly what we thought it would do by dropping and starting a correction. Yeah.
Correct. Okay. And is there a lot of fear in the market right now?
Yeah, it's funny because everything has changed. It's a good question, Sara, because whereas a few weeks ago, as we saw, when that index was going higher, when that sentiment was going up and up and up, people were like dancing. The sentiments. When I say people were dancing, I'm saying the traders were happy. I mean, they're optimistic. they're dancing like that, they're partying like that film. Have you seen it, Layla's Brothers?
Oh no, not yet, unfortunately.
You haven't seen
but
Layla's
I
Brothers?
want to
Oh
see
man.
it.
There's this bit for anyone who hasn't seen this film. There's this bit in the film where these guys are all dancing really bizarrely and hilariously. So that was what was happening. People were partying as the market was rallying higher, and then suddenly, we're seeing now a shift in sentiment. They're not dancing and partying anymore. It's the opposite. I think that we're seeing a lot of fear. Now, how do we know there's a lot of fear? There's a lot of indications. For example, there's a chart of put-call ratio. The 5-day average of the put-call ratio has gone up quite considerably, and essentially it shows fear, extreme fear in the market right now, according to this chart of put-call ratio. There's also a chart of market volatility, which is also a good indication of the levels of fear. So market volatility is spiked up, showing also a bit of fear, quite a bit of extreme fear in the market. Some other charts are showing it's actually more neutral. There's about an equal amount of fear and greed. So we shall see. The bottom line is that, one more chart I want to talk about is from Sentiment Trader, from Jason Geppert. And as you can see from this chart, there's a high level of optimism. Just a few weeks ago, at the end of July, beginning of August, this red line shows to us a high level of extreme optimism and greed. But look at the line now. The red line is dropping, right? That red line is dumb money confidence in the stock market, dumb money confidence in the rally. And that optimism has dropped, showing dumb money is no longer confident about a rally in the stock market. Okay. They're actually losing optimism, becoming pessimistic, becoming negative or fearful. Now look at the blue line. The blue line shows smart money. Again, big money, professional traders, institutions. They're getting optimistic. You can see the blue line. The blue line is rising, as you can see. Okay, so that's very interesting. So whereas dumb money confidence is falling, smart money confidence is going up. So again, that chart, courtesy of Jason Geppert, is very interesting in my opinion. It's a contrary indication. It's a contrary indicator. So it's always a good idea to remember. We want to think the opposite of the herd. We want to think the opposite of the dumb money. Okay.
Yes, I see. So what do you think all these charts mean? Are we close to the bottom?
Yeah, I think we're getting close to a very strong bounce or a potential bottom. As yet, there's no signs of a bottom in this correction. I mean, it could go slightly lower, perhaps, but I think overall we've come down enough where the levels of fear are very high. We've come down to some interesting levels of support. But I think that even if the market slides down a bit lower, it doesn't matter, because I still think that a strong bounce is coming. I think that a potential bottoming formation or a strong bounce is likely in the next few weeks. Probably there is one slight uncertainty because September is usually a negative month for the market, so that's a bit of a negative factor. But I think overall, in the next few weeks, I think probably we'll see a strong bounce or strong kind of a reversal bottoming formation. I think is quite likely.
Okay. And my last question, do a lot of people think we are going to crash, or in other words, see a bear market crash this year?
Well, as I said a few weeks ago, that was not the case. When the market was rallying higher, people were partying and dancing. When I say people, I'm talking about traders. Traders were really happy. Now that happiness, that confidence is being shaken. And so I'm seeing a lot of negative comments. I'm seeing a lot of pessimistic, bearish comments right now in the social media and also in mainstream media, I think as well. So I think there's a lot of pessimism. You're right, pessimism out there, negativity out there. So yes, there are quite a considerable people who think that we're going to crash into a bear market. I don't think they're right. I actually think that they're wrong. I'm remaining long-term bullish for the remainder of this year. So I still think we have higher levels to come in the major markets, in the stock markets, despite the levels of fear we're seeing right now. So the levels of fear I think we're seeing right now is a contrary indication, because the longer trend, the trend is still up for the markets, for the stock markets. Also, just let everyone know that I've covered the stock markets in a lot of detail in the members video. So go ahead and check out the members video if you haven't seen it. I've discussed the long-term wave counts as well as the long-term potential and targets in quite a lot of detail. If people want to become a member, the link is there to join.
Okay, Alessio, thank you very much. It was a nice discussion with you.
Yeah, thanks, Sara. And by the way, guys, as I said before, if you haven't checked out Sara's channel, do check it out. I'll put the link for her channel in the description and
Thank
also
you.
at the end of the video. Please do subscribe and check out her videos. You got any new interesting videos about Iran coming up soon, Sara?
Yes, definitely. I have new ideas with
Yeah.
new videos and I will upload them soon.
Great. Look forward to seeing them. Cheers.